The story continues to get more bizarre as the days goes by. Just last week, Dr. Kevin Simit was taken into police custody after a ritual practice of cult was discovered at his church in Montego Bay, St. James. Fast forward to Monday, and the pastor, along with a police constable, were involved in a serious car accident which claimed the life of the constable and also the life of the pastor. Was this a setup in order to silence the pastor based on the fact that he was well known to many popular figures within the local political and also entertainment space? Hi again and welcome. This is Links 007 TV Let's Talk, and we're about to discuss this on the program. If it's the first time you're watching, please remember just to like, share, subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell and click on all so you're always updated with our latest report. We'll be right back after this short break with the full details to come. Welcome back and thanks for joining us. This is Links 007 TV. Let's talk. So, the name Pastor Kevin Simit has been in the news from October 17 up until now after he was involved in a serious car accident that claimed the life of him and also a police constable in what is said to be a bizarre act of cult that was discovered at the Pathway International Restoration Ministries in Paradise, Montego Bay, St. James. What happened in this car crash is higher than what many people might be contemplating. This is higher than the Jamaica Police Force. This is higher than the Jamaican government. And what has happened at this church in Montego Bay, St. James, it must have been something that has been going on for some time. I don't believe that this is actually the first time such a thing has been happening at that church. It's just the first time that it has been uncovered so the public get a insight of what has been going on over his 10-year reign at that church in Montego Bay, St. James. So he was taken into custody on Sunday, October 17, after it is alleged that a blood ritual at his church claimed the life of two members of his church. A third person also died in an alleged gunfire with police officers. And that was what really transpired there. But all I can say, this individual, he had his church member under a spell, and they believe him to his last breath on Monday. And even up to now, people are still in denial that he is actually gone. As the police still carried out their investigation, they have charged the other accomplice that was said to be his personal security operative, and this individual would have been around him on numerous occasions, seen in many photographs, and wearing the sash of security. Sad to say, a constable as well died in the horrific crash, and that's car constable Orlando Irons, and he also died in the three-vehicle collision which involved an unmarked police vehicle, a blue Toyota Camry, and a white Ford Ranger van and a red Toyota Vitz car. And the crash happened on Monday about 9 a.m. Irons was assigned to the fugitive apprehension team in Montego Bay, St. James, and the other two cops remain hospitalized. So the police have laid charges against the other individual, and this individual was said to be a main person, and he goes by the name Andre Roddock, and he was a member of the Pathway International Restoration Ministries in Montego Bay, St. James, and he now is the person that is left to face the full brunt of the law after he was charged with the murders. So Roddock made his first appearance in the Home Circuit Court in Kingston on Wednesday. When the matter was called up, the case quickly adjourned because Ruddock did not have an attorney. He asked the court for legal aid, saying that he can't afford a lawyer. But if Pastor Simit was alive, I know that his legal fees would have been taken care of. But based on the fact that the pastor is no longer a part of the whole entire saga, this individual now is like the Lone Ranger, and he will have to bear the brunt of these questions and also provide police with the necessary answers as to what was really going on inside that church. Now, I'm about to update you with a report that is coming outside of the Jamaican justice system, and this is Paula Llewellyn. And Ms. Paula Llewellyn, who is Director of Public Prosecution, have stated that Dr. Kevin Simit was actually a convicted sex offender, and this incident would have happened in Canada before he was actually deported back to Jamaica. So let's go over to that report right now from the Director of Public Prosecution, Ms. Paula Llewellyn.
The police have indicated to me that they have confirmed that Mr. Kevin Smith, or Pastor Kevin Smith, had been convicted on the 5th of November 2007 of one count of sexual assault of a male victim, and that he served 6 months in prison, and there was also a 2 years discretionary probationary period, as well as probation orders made for some 10 years.
That was the Director of Public Prosecution, Ms. Paula Llewellyn, providing reporters with an update as it relates to some facts that the police have uncovered during their investigation of Mr. Kevin Simit. So, Kevin Simit, the deceased pastor of the Pathways International Kingdom Restoration Ministries, was convicted in Canada in 2007 for the sexual assault of a 21-year-old male, the police have confirmed. However, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Mr. Fitzbailey, could not immediately say whether Simit was deported to Jamaica or he actually came back to Jamaica on his own free will. So the pastor was convicted on November 5th, 2007 on one count of assault and served 6 months in prison according to the DPP. Probation orders for up to 10 years were also made on the pastor, Simit, who is age 39. So this individual, even though he looked as if he was much older, can you believe that this pastor was just actually 39 years old? And he died on Monday in a car crash in Linstead, St. Catherine, while being escorted by the police to Kingston, where he was expected to be charged for murder. 26-year-old Constable Orlando Irons succumbed to injuries also in that crash. So the controversial pastor was born in Glengough, St. Catherine and migrated to Canada in 1993, 3 months after he started Jamaica College. An aunt has said that he started his ministry in Canada, married and later divorced before establishing himself in Jamaica when he returned to Jamaica in 2011. So that was just a brief insight into the life of the pastor. Now it is stated that while in Canada, he actually had a daughter with his wife. However, what caused the divorce between him and his wife was that the wife came in one day and caught him in a compromising position with a male. And this was something that he was actually charged for and convicted in Canada for as well. So it just goes to show you that these people of religion are these people that are practicing Christianity in some form or shape. You can't trust these people. And this man would have brainwashed a whole entire church of people into believing that he was so powerful and he would have saved them from whatever obstacles that were in their path. Now, look how this whole entire situation unfolded. Last week, this individual was taken into custody. This week, this individual is not even a part of society. I can tell you that this is very high. This is not just a coincidence of what transpired to the pastor. This was ordained to be. And based on what transpired, with the whole entire development leading from Sunday, September 17 to now, is just a clear path of what was to come. And I believe that it does not end here. I believe that there is still more to be uncovered. And as the police carry out the investigation, I can tell you that they will find other things, and it's going to be shocking. What happened inside that church was shocking enough to have people running from that building. And when we look on what unfolded with that female with her throat slashed right in front of other church members, it just goes to show you that this individual, he was under some powers and he used it to manipulate and maneuver the life of these people and let them believe in so much things that were not even true. So right now I'm about to bring you over to an exclusive report of an individual. He's just 18 years old and he's sharing his experience of what he saw on the fateful night of October 17 that took place inside that church. Let's go over to that right now on Links 007 TV.
He start to take up the things, them up, mash up the wine, them round for it, mash up cheer, mash up everything. Mash up glass and cut up himself and a ball out in the church. And I say, oh, what is this, man? I want to get a chance to have a chance to have God now. I mean, things are in your mind now, isn't it? Then he walk and cuss and walk and say people turn their back on him and he come in the flesh and they realize him and all that was that's God. They realize him. So we do it on the ground and him walk and, isn't it? Come out, walk out. Because some people be company property. Because people want to come in and so they get a ball out say, Your Majesty, let us in, we're gonna die. So I say, Corey. I walk and I say, Your Majesty, I got shot. Can you heal the pain? So he pass and look upon him and say, Yo, do you believe that I am God? And the man say, Yes, I believe. Do you believe that I can resurrect you when you die? And the man say, Yes. So he passed and I say, Alright. He know the chest out of man. The man start bleeding out on him. While the man start bleeding out, the man take off his shirt, take off his pants, and Andre and the next man, we don't know his name. So I can't know people there, see me put him on the ground and make him man bleed out. That man is on the ground with black man, black, slim and black. He bleed out on the ground now. And he pass and say he must die. And they call it resurrect him again, you understand? And the pastor said, Do you believe that I am God in the Bible? And she said, Yes. And then the pastor said, Do you believe that I can resurrect you again when you die? And the girl said, Yes, isn't it? And then the pastor said to Andre, said, Go on, kill her. And he said, Girl, I'm the mad small, you know, they're going dead. Run to your life. And I'm my mind now. Because if I say it out loud, maybe that said sense man going to kill me himself. She hold up her hand. And start bawling and say, God, you are God. That the man tell the man, say, my God, you know. You are God. You say, I kneel on her knee and the man just go, brother, just go and cut it. I see a man cut the woman throat. I say, John, really this a go on it? The woman, the man just kill in front of me. I look at me and say, yo, no man. This serious. All the time I pray, say, I go tap him. But if I go tap him, maybe me get shot or, you see me? Until I say, yo, go on the war police, let me give you power, you can't get gone. So the policeman get up, because he give policeman a robe, you know. When I feel robe, then put on over her. So she feel mighty now, like, so she can't get. So the policeman walk like a robot a galang. But you go fire no shot at all. You turn up one side, so you know, the pastor tell him, say, go. No shot can kill you. You cannot die. You are immortal. Go and fight. Nigga come on, take up his long knife, someone that Rambo knife. Take up the knife and run out past soldier and police. Was shot fire, man, what, man? In past dead, man. About 15 shot in there.
So the person that you're seeing on screen right now, this was actually the personal security of Dr. Kevin Simid. And this individual would have been like the pastor, right-hand man, somewhat you would call a yes man. Whatever the pastor says, he would believe, and he will actually carry out the act, no matter how severe it was, whatever the pastor asks him to do. So his name is Andre Ruddock, and he is accused of the murder of 39-year-old office worker Tanika Gordon on Sunday, October 17. And Gordon and an unidentified man had their throats slashed by this individual. And these were actually directives given by the pastor in order to be carried out by this individual. He did not budge. He did not even give it a second thought. He just carried out the act that was instructed by the pastor. The allegations are that they were sacrificed in a cult-like ritual. Several members of the church were also injured while they tried to make good their escape from the church. Ruddock was expected to be tried with the pastor of the church, Dr. Kevin Simit. However, Dr. Kevin Simit died in a car crash while being transported from Montego Bay to Kingston. So this individual now is left on his own, and he will have to face the full brunt of the law on his own, based on the fact that the pastor, many believe, took himself out of the situation, based on the fact that many people believe that he sacrificed himself, and also the police officer, in what is being described as a bizarre accident that even the police can't even begin to ascertain what really transpired inside that motor vehicle leading up to the crash that claimed the life of the pastor and also the police constable. All I can say at this point in time is that the people of this church, they were manipulated so much. Some might be beyond repair, some might be repairable. However, people need to be smart, and people need to start thinking about these religion that they're getting involved in, or these churches. When you see something is not right, don't wait until you are so drawn in or you're captivated by those words, because this pastor just used words, and he used his words to empower these people into believing so much things that were not true, and he manipulated these people, and he got so much wealth from it as well. Look on these houses that the pastor was able to acquire just by delivering a message to the people. There are so much things that have been uncovered, what this pastor have done to manipulate the people for his financial gain. And trust me, he was reaping the financial reward of it. 70 people brought $100,000 to him. That would have been $700,000 to be in the ark. That $700,000 has gone down the drain for many of those church members, if not all. You can't let people continue to manipulate you in such a way. And what happened and unfolded is very sad. And it's very sad that this individual lost his life as well. And I'm talking about the pastor, because there were so many unanswered questions that only him could have provided an answer for. And he's no longer a part of this world. It's very shocking what transpired here. And it's an unfortunate situation, especially what happened to the police officer and also the members of this church. I believe I'm going to leave this story here for now. Thanks for watching. This has been Links 007 TV. Let's talk. If it's the first time you're watching, please remember just to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell and click on all so you're always updated with our latest report. Have a blessed and productive day from the Links TV family.
Good morning, Miss Reed. Good morning. Me alright. Me nothing wrong with me. Me alright. But now listen to everything you hear and believe, because sometimes people run with the wrong story and people say the wrong things and people accuse people wrongfully. But what I'm saying is that we have no answer for what take place. I was there part of what in the last part in the evening what happened. But all I know is I see mystery and I see God in action, what I witness. How can you sit down one place and one soldier and police, military, 100 gunshot go at you one time and not one shot touch the man of God? That is mystery. That's all me have to say. What happened is it is not spiritual. It is a demonic attack from some maroon people when car come the Saturday night. Me can't explain to you, but me talk to you. Listen to what you hear, but and everything you fi swallow and accept. But me alright still, me good. We get paper fi go a court fi breach a curfew act. We were taken to jail. We treated like a king and queen down there. Some of the guys them that was inside, and so His Excellency still there. But just pray for him, so they may do Jesus and he may come out victorious. So we have to suffer with him and reign with him. Now so you go? Right. Of course I'm good. I'm good because I'm alive and well and God is able to carry through. But you don't tell me or you can't answer for me or you cannot stand before God for me. So allow me to make my decision. Me thank you for concern. But maybe the concern you have is not a good concern and is not a good advice. So therefore, me no want you sorry for me. And I don't want you tell me what to believe in or who to believe in or who to trust, because every man have to stand before God and give account for their own sin and their own judgment. So you can't be a judge, neither for me, for Bishop, nor nobody. So therefore, work your own salvation out with fear and trembling and leave God people alone and mind your own business. That's all me have to say, because the Bible teach you and say, touch not the Lord anointed, doing profit no harm. And if you don't know and understand, you leave it alone, because you in this world, but you still don't understand the world you live in. So therefore, you need to go down for your knee, ask God to open your eyes and we soon see what take place. Miss Reed, me and your friend, but you can't tell me what to do with my life and how to live my life. And I said so Jesus, when you had 12 disciples, then betray him and then turn them back on him. You can't tell me if you turn my back on my bishop, because him say one when deliver you from your bleeding, where you when come out there with the bleed like a cow and you they go to church too much here and he never deliver. And him deliver you, so you can't say that. So you can't tell me what to do with my life and whom if you believe in, because you don't know what take place. Sorry for this disappoint you. But I'm so sorry. Goodbye.